Welcome to Bloom at the Yoga Garden, and thank you for joining me for your yoga practice today. It's a lovely sunny day here, cold but really nice, really pleasant. So thank you for joining me again, and we're going to begin by lying back and down on our mats. So bring yourself into a nice comfortable position. Feel you're stretching the crown of your head up towards the end of the mat, stretching your feet away, the heels away, and just allow the toes to fall away from each other. Tuck your shoulders in under, allow your arms to rotate so the backs of your hands could be on the floor, on the mat, so your arms are slightly away from your body. Chin ever so slightly tucked so you have a nice long back neck. And just bring your awareness to your breath. Don't try to change it in any way, just be aware of your breath, that nice, easy, soft inhale, and a nice, soft, easy, whispery exhale. And just be aware of the contact points of the body with the mat. So I would like you to be aware of the connection of the back body to the earth. So as you inhale, I know Mother Earth is in me. And as I exhale, I know I am in Mother Earth. And just allow yourself to feel that lovely connection with the earth. The earth that connects every living being, and the universal breath that connects us all. So now we've just taken a minute to really get ourselves settled in our mats. So we're almost ready to begin the physical aspect of today's practice. So as always, please listen to your own body. Don't do anything that doesn't suit you. Always take a rest if you feel you need to. Leave a posture out if it doesn't suit you, and be kind to yourself. So when you're ready, maybe bring your feet in together, reach your arms up overhead, and stretch into your fingertips. Have a little rock or a movement from side to side, whatever feels right. And then nice and slowly and gently exhale, bring your arms back down. And then bring your knees in towards your chest, just a little rock and a little massage to warm up the back body a little bit. Give them a wee squeeze in, a little rock from side to side, just gently massaging, giving your back a little, your spine, a little bit of a massage. Rocking from side to side or going in nice circles. And then we're going to drop our feet onto the floor and have your knees bent. And then see if you can bring the soles of the feet together. So it's Supine Baddha Konasana. So you can have your heels up quite close to your bottom, or you can have them far away. So just wherever feels right for you. So you don't have to have them in close. Tuck your shoulders in. Check that no tension has crept into your shoulders. Maybe give the insides of your thighs a little massage, just encouraging your knees maybe to fall a little bit further apart. Bring your hands back onto your tummy, and then just begin to butterfly your knees a little bit, just feeling a little bit of a stretch there in at the tops of the thighs, really is where you'll feel it. And just check that as you do this, your shoulders don't get tense. And then use both hands, gently bring both knees in. And then we're going to straighten the left leg out along the floor. Bring your right knee in nice and close. Give it a wee squeeze in again. Try and make sure you don't let tension creep in. Take a big inhale and exhale. Lift your nose up towards your knee. So you don't have to touch your nose or your knee or anything like it. Big inhale and then gently soften and release. And then we're going to keep that right knee exactly where it is, and we're going to do a few nice circles with it. So you can use your left hand to keep that left leg nice and secure on the floor. So a few nice big circles, about 4 one way, and really feel you're getting into all those little tight bits in your right hip. Then change direction. So make sure you bring it the whole way across your body. Lovely. Try and make it a nice smooth action. And there will be wee bits where it won't want to be smooth. So those are the very bits you need to get into. Okay, so from here, we're going to keep that right knee squeezed in. Bend or bring your left foot onto the floor. So your left leg's bent. And we're just going to place the baby toe side of the right foot onto the left thigh. And again, just check that your 2 hip points are facing up towards the ceiling, and gently ease that right thigh away from you, the right knee away from you. So you're just getting another little bit of a stretch into the right side of the body, the right hip. So keep working into the sole of the right foot. So we don't want your sole of the right foot all floppy. It's as if you're standing on it. That's it, lovely. Now just stay here, or if you want to go a bit further, you can reach down or stretch down and take hold of the backs of your left thigh, the back of your left thigh even, and bring it in towards your chest. And then use your right knee to keep encouraging, oh sorry, beg your pardon, your right elbow to keep encouraging your right knee away from your face. But again, don't let your shoulders help you. For some reason, we always, I know I do, you feel your shoulders have to be involved in this. So try and keep your shoulders nice and soft. Take a big inhale and exhale. Maybe bring your left thigh in a little bit closer towards your chest. So you'll feel quite a stretch down the right hip there when you do that. So take it easy, only go as far as feels right for you, particularly if you haven't been doing so much yoga. And then gently release the left thigh. Keep your right foot where it is. Well, actually you're not going to. Slide your right knee on over so your right leg is crossed over the left. So we could be sitting watching TV here or something, except we're going to go a little bit further. We're going to bring both knees in towards your chest. Now just in that position, and we're going to reach down and see if you can take hold of you'll probably have to lift your head up to do this to get hold of your feet. Hold on to the outside edges of your feet, and both feet, we're aiming to have both feet level with each other. So if we were sitting up, this would be the legs of Gomukhasana, cow face or cow legs. So use a belt if you need to round your feet so that you can reach them. Don't worry if you can't reach your feet, hold on to your shins. Bring your hands to your shins and then just gently encourage both feet away from each other. That's what we're trying to do. We're trying to get the feet almost as far away from each other as we can. And as you do that, you'll feel the stretch up the right hip, down around the right sit bone, all down that right side anyway. So ideally we want both feet to be level. And we're pressing into both feet. Take a big inhale and maybe squeeze them in a little bit towards your chest. So if your feet aren't level, if these are like the handlebars in your bicycle, you'll be heading into the hedge if they're not level. So try and get them as level as you can. One more big inhale here. We squeeze more and exhale. Gently release and bring both feet down onto the ground. Maybe have a wee rock from side to side with your hips. It's a nice wee stretch to get you started this morning. Okay, so we'll go to the other side now. So straighten the right leg out along the floor, left knee in, give it a wee squeeze, work into the heel of the right foot, take a big inhale, and exhale, knee, nose to knee. And again, soften your shoulders. And gently release. So now we're going to take the left hand onto the front of the left knee, and same thing again. And maybe you can't remember now what the other one felt like, but again, be aware of any little gritty bits, any little tight bits. And don't worry if you make any sounds, because you can talk or ask questions if you want to. It can be quite useful for the people who are watching on the video. So feel you're getting into all those wee tight bits, all those wee gritty bits. So change direction, and if there's some little bit that feels particularly gritty for you, just go back to it and give it another little rub, another little massage. So then we're going to bend the right leg, plant the right foot in the floor, and bring the left baby toe side of the left foot onto that right thigh. And again, work into the sole of the left foot, gently ease that left hip away, and just check that both hip points are still pointing up towards the ceiling. You might need to give yourself a wee adjust to make sure they're both pointing up towards the ceiling still. And again, stay here if this is enough for you. You know what we're going to do now. So you can take your hands into the back of the right thigh and lift the right foot off the floor. Bring your right thigh towards your face and use your left elbow to ease the left knee away a little bit more. But keep your left foot active, please. That'll help to protect your knee. And breathe. So just gently, a little bit of and you'll feel this time, you should feel it up the left side of the body, or the left hip this time. So wee gentle squeeze, wee pulses maybe, because you maybe think, oh, that's too much, and just release again, and maybe it won't be so bad the next time. That's great. And then nice and gently, plant the right foot in the floor, cross the left leg the whole way over. This is the bit you all really like. Again, check that both hip points are facing up towards the ceiling. Bring your knees in towards your chest, reach down, take hold of the outside edge of your feet. Again, lift your shoulders and head up if you need to. And again, see if you can get your 2 feet in line with each other. So you really need to squeeze your knees together. You won't get anywhere if you don't have your knees tight, tight, tight together. So if you can't get your knees together, bring your feet down again and squeeze your knees together. And then maybe try again. So press your feet into your hands and your hands into your feet, and just be aware of that stretch in the left hip. And breathe, of course. That's it, lovely, well done. See if you can lower your head down nice and gently, that's it, yeah. And smile, because honestly, when we smile, it sort of relaxes all the muscles, not just in your face, but in your body. And then if you want to, squeeze your knees in a little bit closer to your chest, and that immediately increases the sensation in your left hip. It certainly does for me. And breathe. One more breath here. And then nice and gently release your feet, undo the cross of your legs, plant your feet in the floor, and just have a wee rock from side to side. And think, oh, that was quite rough. So from here, we're just going to do a few rock and rolls. So you take your hands in at the back of your thighs, or you can cross your feet at the ankles if you like, and rock and roll. Hold on to the outside edge of your feet again, and rock and roll like this. So 3 or 4, and then bring yourself up and meet me in tabletop. Sorry, I'm just checking that I had that on. Couldn't remember whether I turned it on or not. You know to cut that bit out. So take your feet to one side. And bring yourself into tabletop position. So your knees are below your hips, your wrists are below your shoulders, and you're actively pressing the floor away. So press the floor away. Press into the base of the index finger and thumb. Fingers are really well spread. And just give your hips a wee bump from side to side. And just notice how you're feeling now after that little warm up. So we're going to do just a couple of moving cat-cows, I call them. So this is the one where we take the bottom down towards the heels. So we're going to press the floor away, lift your navel back towards your spine nice and lightly, take a big inhale, drop your belly, bottom up towards the ceiling, bring your heart center through, and then as you exhale, navel back towards your spine, tuck your tail, bring your bottom down towards your heels, and then as you inhale again, lower arms to the floor, draw yourself through, and you're back up into your cow pose. Exhale, tuck your tail, chin to chest, down into extended child, draw yourself through. A little bit of upper body strength required here to come into your cow pose. Last one, exhale, tuck your tail, navel back towards your spine, chin to chest. Really feel you're stretching that away, and then inhale back up into your cow pose, and then exhale, just bring yourself into your neutral tabletop position. So from here we're going to reach back with the right foot and leg, press into the heel of the right foot. So keep it on the floor to begin with, so to give the back of the leg a wee stretch before you lift it up. And then we're going to lift it up, and we're just going to check first of all again that both hips are level. We seem to talk a lot, so if you look back underneath, you'll see. So if you can't actually see, you'll quite easily see if your hips, if you've gone like this. The tendency is to lean into the left side of the body whenever you take your right foot back. So when you think you're convinced you're nice and level, we're going to do some nice rotations with the right foot and leg. So keep your foot at hip level if you can. Keep pressing the floor away, and just a few rotations with that right ankle. So lift your navel back towards your spine to help with your balance. Then change direction with your rotations. And then a few little bounces with that heel. So just a few wee pulses up and down. And then we're going to take a big inhale and exhale. Bring your knee in towards your nose, or nose to knee, rounding your spine. Inhale, reach back. Exhale, knee to nose. Inhale, reach back. Exhale, knee to nose, and this time take your left hand and squeeze that right knee up towards your nose, just the way we did when we were lying down. Big inhale, exhale, squeeze it a little bit more, and then release your left hand, release your left knee, and we'll just sit back onto our heels or onto our toes if you want to give your toes a wee work. And we're just going to bring our hands together, and we're going to do a few wee rotations for our wrists. Just So whatever way, so if you feel that you're kind of opening your hands out into a book, so we're in Namaste, roll your hands forward, open them out. Ready to give, ready to receive. And it feels quite good in your wrists, doesn't it? And then we're all ready to do the other side. So bring yourself forward again into your tabletop position. And this time we're going to reach back with the left foot and leg. So press into the heel. The more you press into the pads of all the fingers, now the less pressure there's going to be on your wrists. So give the back of the left leg a little stretch, and then again lift it up at hip level. And look and check that you haven't tipped over to the right this time. And then a few wee rotations with that left foot. It's actually quite funny, find it quite difficult to decide how to rotate your foot when it's this shape, or maybe it's just me. Just gently warming up all these little joints, and then we're just going to do a few wee pulses with that left leg. And then take a big inhale and exhale, knee to nose. Really round your spine, chin to chest. Inhale, reach back. Exhale, knee to nose. Inhale, reach back. Exhale, knee to nose. And this time, use your right hand to squeeze your left knee in really close. Strong left hand and arm. One more breath, big squeeze. And exhale, bring the left knee down, bring your right hand down. And then from here, we're going to tuck the toes under, maybe walk your hand slightly further forward. And we're just going to hover. So take a big inhale, exhale, hover. Just a few inches. Inhale down, exhale, hover. Inhale down, exhale, hover. Last one. Inhale down, exhale, hover. Inhale down, and we'll sit back and we'll just give our wrists a wee shake this time. Maybe spread your toes if you want to give your feet a little bit of work, or just sit on your heels if that's too much for you. And then we're just going to inhale, sweep your arms up, drop your shoulders down, look up between your hands. So if you're on your toes, this is just to distract you. Clasp your hands, all except your middle finger, or your index finger. Take a big inhale and exhale, just a tiny wee hinge over to the left. Inhale back to center. Change the clasp of your hands if you can. Hinge over to the right. Inhale back to center. Drop your arms down. Fold forward. If your toes aren't tucked, tuck them. And bring yourself up into down dog with bent legs. So keep your knees bent deeply. Give your dog a wee walk. Straighten one leg at a time. Then when you're ready, come into your static dog. Lift your sit bones up. Take your heels back and down. Shoulders rolling away. Pressing strongly into the base of the index finger and thumb. Take a big inhale and exhale. Let something go. So see if you can lift all your toes off the mat. That will help to engage the muscles in your legs. The big arm bones rolling out, so the inner eye of the elbows almost begins to come forward, certainly towards your thumbs. And breathe, let your head go. Crown of your head going towards the floor, and you're looking towards your navel, the actual navel gazing. And then take your weight onto your left foot and leg and lift your right leg up as high as you can. And then bend your right knee and lift. See if you can encourage your right knee up towards the ceiling. And again, check you're not tipping over to the left as you do that. Your left knee, kneecap should be nice and straight and strong. Just lift your knee up. Maybe do a few more wee rotations with your ankle, your right ankle this time. One more breath here. And then big inhale, exhale, knee to nose. Inhale, reach forward and back. Your knee and nose will be well acquainted by the end of this. Knee to nose. Really squeeze it. Inhale, reach forward, back. And this time we're going to step the foot whole way forward, in between the hands. Get your balance, press into the front foot and spring off the back foot. And meet me in Uttanasana. Knees bent deeply. Hold on to your elbows. We rock from side to side. So the upper body is like a rag doll. Feel you're getting length in the back of the body. One more breath here. Then inhale, press into all four corners of the feet and just nice and slowly keep your chin tucked in, unroll and bring yourself up to stand. Lovely. Well done, everyone. So we're continuing with our hips here. Everybody okay? So we're going to tell yourself you're taking the weight onto your left foot and leg and begin to keep your left foot bent quite, or your left leg bent quite deeply to make it easier for you. Reduce contact with your right, and maybe you'll lift your right leg and bring it up. So use your hand. If you need to use your hand to get it up, please do so. Wee bit of balancing here. So we've already done this, but we were lying down. So the more you keep this left leg bent, the easier it'll be to keep it there. And maybe you'll bring your hands together at your heart center. So try and straighten up once you get your leg there. Keep working into the sole of the right foot. The more you work into your right foot, the stronger your leg will be and the more it will stay there. Take a big inhale. And if you want to, you can begin to lower down. Maybe take your hands to the back of your left thigh. Maybe take your hands down to the arch of the right foot. Your choice. One more breath here. And then straighten up. If you're down, gently release the right foot, and then we're going to swing our arms up, look up, feel strong, feel good to be alive. Drop your shoulders down and exhale, fold forward and down, bent knees, step back with the right foot, step back with the left foot, and we're back into downward facing dog again. Wee quick walk with your dog. And we're going to do the same on the other side. So take the weight onto your right foot this time. Left leg up nice and high. So keep pressing into the base of the index finger and thumb, three-legged dog. And then bend your left knee and begin to lift it up towards the ceiling. So check your right leg staying nice and straight. So we're really kind of trying to stack the hips here. Lovely. Breathe, smile. Take a break if you need to. And then maybe a few wee rotations with that left foot. Take a big inhale and exhale, knee to nose. Inhale, reach back. Exhale, knee to nose. Inhale, reach back. Exhale, knee to nose, look forward, and you're going to step the left foot the whole way through. Press into the toes of the back foot, and we're back into Uttanasana. So a nice, loose upper body, like a rag doll. So you can hold onto your elbows. Maybe this time You'll hold on to the backs of your heels or the backs of your calves, just wherever feels right for you. Crown of the head coming down towards the floor. And then inhale, we'll come into our flat back this time. So hands to your thighs, your shins, offer you the flexibility to the floor. So no crunching in the neck, nice long extended neck and head. And exhale, come back down into Uttanasana. So take a big inhale, press into all four corners of your feet and unroll. Slowly, slowly bring yourself the whole way up. Keep your chin tucked in. Reach up. And exhale, hands to your heart center. And we'll do the other side. So take the weight onto your right foot this time. Begin to reduce contact with the left. And yes, step off your mat if it's, because sometimes the sort of sponginess can make it hard to balance. So lift the toes of the right foot and spread them out. And that can really, it gives you sort of a really broad balance. And then bring your left foot across onto the right thigh. And again, use your hand if you need to get it to where you want to. You don't have to do it all. So just a wee bit of balancing. Breathe. See if you can straighten your body up first of all. So we need to engage all of these muscles in our core for our balancing postures. Even if we're bending over, we still need to engage them. Look at something that's not moving. Big inhale. And maybe you'll come down, take hold of the back of the right thigh. We were doing this lying down, if you remember. Maybe bring your hands to the arch of the left foot. Breathe. The important thing is you breathe. One more breath here. Begin to straighten yourself up. Release your left foot. Well done. And then we're going to sweep our arms up again. Feels good to be in 2 feet again, doesn't it? And exhale. Fold forward and down. Take the right knee back, take the left knee back, take your knees out the full width of the mat, big toes to touch. And we'll take a wee quick breather here. Have a wee drink, whatever you feel you need. If you can get your forehead down onto the floor, great, give it a wee massage or bring your lower arms together. And a wee massage. Give your third eye a little massage is what I'm trying to say. So one more breath here. And then we're going to walk our hands forward or back, depending where you are. And we're going to tuck the toes under and bring ourselves back into down dog. But we're not staying here. We're not doing anything difficult here. This is just going to be a wee transition pose for now. We're going to look forward, step through with the right foot and leg and bring the left knee down to the floor. So get your balance before you do anything else. So you want a nice bit of a stretch. You want to be just feeling a stretch at the tops of the thighs. And your back leg should have a wee bit of an angle to it. So what I mean is you don't want to be here like this because you're going to be awfully unbalanced if you are there. So it needs to be a decent lunge. And then press into the left hand and inhale, reach up with the right. Exhale down. Lovely. Inhale up. So feel you're drawing the left ribs forward. Exhale down. Lift your heart up. Inhale, really reach up, almost like a tiny wee bit of a back bend here. And exhale down. And this time bring your right hand to the inside of your right foot. And just heel toe that right foot out slightly so you can have the toes actually off your mat and the heel on the mat. And when you do that, your right thigh will automatically roll out a little bit. So press into your hands. If the floor is too far away, use your bricks, and that will bring the floor up a bit closer to you so you can have a nice straight back and bringing your heart center through. Look forward, lift your heart up, drop your shoulders. Strong hands and arms. Check your back foot is nice and straight. So you can have the back toes tucked, or you can have the top of your foot in the floor, whatever suits. And look forward. Now, if you're already feeling this as a good stretch at the tops of your thighs, you'll stay here. But maybe again, you'll use your blocks, your bricks, and bring them in front of you. And if you were using them to give you a little bit more height, you can bring the floor up to you and bring your elbows down onto your bricks if you need to, or a cushion, or anything at all that will raise the floor up a little bit so that you can maybe get the lower arms down the floor. But if you're already feeling a good stretch here, just stay here. Absolutely no need to go any further. So your choice. I actually quite like it with bricks. And then let your head go wherever you are. Check your back foot's straight. Keep looking forward, or don't keep looking forward. Just drop your head down. Let your head relax. Let it soften. So it's a good stretch. One more breath. If you're on your elbows, walk yourself back up onto your hands. Maybe set your bricks to one side. Tuck the toes of the back foot under. And bring yourself back into down dog. And just have a wee walk out with your dog briefly. So we're just taking that pose a wee bit further. Well, we're not taking that pose a wee bit further at all. We're going to do pigeon pose. So right leg up again. And this time we're going to bring the right knee into the back of the right heel. And then stretch the left leg back. So if you have sore knees, please leave this out. This happens to be a sore knee, or go very gingerly. What you can do is just keep it bent like that. But theoretically, we're trying to get the lower right leg. You see people with the lower right leg parallel to the mat, but we're not worried about that. What we're worried, that can be sore in your knee. So you shouldn't feel this in your knee. All the work here is going on in the hip. And again, what you can do is, if your hip's off the floor, use your brick to give that right hip a wee bit of support. Look back at your left foot. Is it turning in or out? If it's like this, we don't want it like this. We want it nice and straight. So you're stretching out along the back foot. And if you're feeling this strongly, stay here. Don't go any further. But if it feels okay, maybe you'll come down onto your elbows. Maybe you'll stretch your arms out in front of you and bring your forehead to the floor. So keep working into the right foot, so it should be active. And breathe. So I can guarantee you're feeling this in the right hip. I certainly do. So try and send your breath into the right hip. Soften your shoulders. Maybe again, massage your third eye. It'll distract you for a minute or two. Take a nice long, slow, deep inhale and exhale. See if you can soften and release a tiny little bit more into that right side. Inhale and exhale, soften. One more breath here. And then if you have your hands down, begin to walk your hands back up again until you're back up into an upright position. And then tuck the toes of the back foot under. Bring your back foot in slightly because you did stretch it if you stretched it back. And then press into the toes of the back foot. And we're going to reach back with the right leg and then bring it down again into downward facing dog. So we're ready to do the other side now. So take the weight onto your right foot and leg, lift your left leg up, look forward and step the left foot through. And if it doesn't come through, use your hand, bring the right knee to the floor. Plant your right hand and inhale, reach up to the left. And exhale down. Inhale up. Exhale down. So feel you're drawing your right ribs up towards the ceiling. Inhale up. Exhale down. This time bring the left hand to the inside of the left foot. Heel toe the left foot out a little bit. So exactly the same as the other side. So we're encouraging this hip to open. You shouldn't be, no twisting of your knee. Check your back foot nice and straight, which mine wasn't. And if you're feeling this side could be completely different from the other side. If you're feeling this here, you stay here. You don't go any further. But if you want to, you can use your bricks to bring the floor up closer to you, even just for your hands. Or you can have the bricks and bring your elbows down onto the bricks. And then wherever you are, just let your head go. So please only go as far as suits you. So wherever you're feeling it, probably the top of that left hip flexor or that left hip flexor, send your breath there and let your head go. Inhale and exhale. One more breath here. And then begin to walk your hands back. Tuck the toes of the back foot under. Frame the front foot with your hands. Press into the toes of the back foot. And we're back into downward facing dog. So we know we're only going to be here for a second. Lift your left foot up. And this time the left knee is going to come to the back of the left wrist. And this side could feel completely different. This is my tight side. Stretch your right foot back a little bit. And again, use your block. So don't worry about where this left lower leg is. My knee's sore on this side, so I'm going to be very careful. And I'm not going to try and take it out too far, but I am thinking about extending, rotating this hip. So use your brick again to tuck underneath this left hip, just to give it a wee bit of support. And remember the way we did at the beginning, we talked about both hips being level. Look back, check your leg and your foot are nice and straight. Press into your hands and lift your heart up. So we're lifting our heart up, and just by lifting your heart up, you almost come into the tiniest little bit of a back bend. So either stay here, if you're feeling it in this side, stay here. Remember, we're not the same on both sides. Or maybe you'll come down onto your elbows or again onto a brick. That might be enough for you. Or maybe you'll walk your hands out and bring your forehead down. I'm not going to do that because I can feel that in my knee, which is bothering me a little bit at the minute. So I'm following my own advice and I'm going to stay at my elbows. But still, we're trying to bring our heart center through and just let your head go. Feel a nice softness in the neck and the shoulders. And send your breath to wherever you're feeling it. Nice, long, slow inhale. And exhale. One more breath here. Excuse me. And then walk your hands back. Shift your props out of the way if you're using them. Tuck the toes of the back foot under. Bring the back foot in slightly. And then this time we're going to step the left foot back into plank. So feel you're stretching out both legs. So if you need to, bring your knees to the floor in plank. So lift the whole of the front side of the body up towards the back body. Engage all those muscles in the front of your body. Shoulders are slightly domed and you're looking forward. Lifting up, breathe, big inhale and exhale, knees to the floor, toes away, lower yourself down nice and gently, forehead to the floor. Bring your hands back so the middle fingers in line with the tops of the shoulders. Press into the tops of the feet. Elbows tucked in and inhale, lift up. And exhale, down. One more baby cobra. Inhale up. Exhale down. Tuck your toes under. Bring yourself up into tabletop, swing your legs to one side and meet me in Bandhasana. So lift the flesh off your sit bones and again use your block if you want to sit on. So feel that you're really rooting down into your sit bones. Sitting up nice and tall. Feel you're getting energy from the earth. You know the way we did at the beginning? We're feeling that connection with the earth. Feel connected. And then we're going to bring our right knee in towards our chest. Give it a hug. Now, if this is not for you, stay here, but maybe you'll step it across the left leg. So if you step it across the left leg, you want to be pressing strongly into the sole of the right foot. So you don't want it to be sort of sitting here like this. Keep it really strong. And then hug it with your left arm. Take your right arm in close. Use that leverage with your right arm. Take a big inhale and begin to turn towards the right. So think belly, mid-chest, upper chest. Keep your chin in line with your breastbone until you've gone as far as you can. Keep working into the heel of the left foot and leg. Toes coming up towards your face of the left foot. And turn and look over your right shoulder if you've no neck issues. Press into the right hand, lifting up and turning. Inhale up, exhale, soften, lovely. Smile. One more breath here. And then nice and slowly and gently bring yourself back to center. Gently release the right leg and we'll do the other side. Left leg in. Give it a good squeeze first of all and then see how it feels. Maybe you'll step it across. So press into the left foot if you do step it across. Hug it with your right arm. And use that wee bit of leverage you have. Take your left hand back so you're not lying back and that will help you to press into the left foot. Take a big inhale. Keep working into the sole of the right foot, right toes coming up towards your face and begin to turn belly, mid-chest, upper chest. Keep your chin in line with your breastbone as long as you can. And then you can turn your head and look over your left shoulder and smile. Breathe. Notice where you're feeling. Check that you've both sit bones on the floor, that your left sit bone isn't wanting to lift up to make it look better. Inhale, and as you exhale, soften into the twist. One more breath here. And then nice and slowly and gently bring yourself back to center. Release that left leg and then from here we're just going to unroll nice and slowly. So hold on to the edges of your mat or your thighs, whatever, to unroll and bring yourself down onto the mat. Bring your knees in towards your chest. We rock from side to side. And then plant your feet on the floor. Take your arms out in crucifix. Big inhale, and exhale, just drop your knees down towards the right side, head to the left. Inhale back to center. Exhale, knees to the left, head to the right. Inhale back to center. Exhale, knees right, head left. Inhale back to center. Exhale, knees left, head right. Inhale back to center. Bring your arms in. Straighten your legs out along the floor, or if you prefer, take your feet out the full width of your mat and allow your knees to knock in. Otherwise, straighten your legs out. So soften your shoulders down into the mat. Feel you're sliding them down towards their hips. Stretch out the back neck. And again, allow yourself to sink into your mat, to feel that connection with the earth. And just allow that lovely sense of connectedness to wash over your whole body as you feel Mother Earth beneath you and Mother Earth within you. With each inhale, feel that you're spreading out, connecting even more with the earth beneath. Your body is taking up loads of space as you allow it to soften and melt down into the earth, to get that connection, to feel that connection, to feel safe, to feel secure. So of course, do please spend maybe 5 minutes here if you can, enjoying that sense of connectedness, of rootedness to the earth, a sense of grounding. But otherwise, maybe bring your hands to your heart center. And thank you so much for joining me for this practice today. I really appreciate your company. And I honor the light, love, truth, and beauty in you, for it is also in me. We are connected. We are one. Namaste.